Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick little demo and test of the circuit for the joysticks to transmit that to the quadcopter. This is the circuit diagram. These are the two joysticks. This is the transceiver, and here's the Arduino, obviously. This whole part here is just for when it's hooked up to the battery, that you could turn it on and off using a switch instead of having to pull the plug. But that's pretty straightforward. And I have already drawn the, or not drawn, already written out the code here. This one is for transmitting, this one is receiving. And I have it actually running right now, and they are not getting a signal. Let's see here. See if it's just hanging out funny, because it's not getting anything. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So on the receiving end, we are getting a signal as I move this around. Oh, there we go. Look at the other side now. It's getting a signal. So this is the important thing, is that means that these two Arduinos are talking to each other. But that's just a couple feet away here on my desk. So let's go take it outside and see if we can get some range on it. Okay, so we're outside, and I have the transmitter hooked up to the computer, and I have the receiver hooked up to a 9-volt. And so the transmitter is going to send a signal to the receiver, and if the receiver gets it, it's going to send it back to the transmitter. And then what it's doing is it's showing here in the serial monitor, it's showing that it got the signal and that it's working. If I unplug this, meaning it's not receiving it, then the response will look like this. So plugged in, it'll get a signal like that. So I'm going to run down the street with the receiver and see how far I can go before it stops sending a signal back.
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to explain a little bit of the results. So this yellow line marks where I began taking data, and it was good until here, this next yellow line. which is where the signal first dropped. And then and so it dropped, and then here I raised it up, more around my head level, and it regained signal. And that was good again for a while until here. Then it started becoming spotty. So you can kind of see the shorter lines are when it wasn't receiving. So it kind of became unreliable. And then at this point, it had quite a few of those, and it became unreliable at all. The good news was that it worked for quite a ways. I got quite a ways down the street before it lost signal.